Truckers X TV on air. We are now live in 3, 2, 1.
It looks like it stopped raining for now.
Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier.
Mr. Edgeworth!
I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out.
Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is?
Well, that's,
What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cups off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No, one is a 2 or 3, everyone regardless of age or rank is a number 1, got it? You are Agent Lang, I take it? You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Grr. Lang Ji says, a cop who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Nah. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. You all see, Judge, now that is the proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Keep that in mind, you'll get far in life, got it? Ah, that's right. Franziska did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zheng Fa. Apparently this one has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor about you. You saw a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to aid his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is if he had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us today. Agent Lake knew yesterday's victim, Agent Aki Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Franziska and third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel as the kidnap is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Ada, you know. You're out of the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dare to mark the court? I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filth to describe a prosecutor? And why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright man, good job with the perimeter around the Gatewater land. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the pup to me. Dismiss. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? Wait. Mr. Edgeworth. It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here, and completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Great job, Detective.
Sure.
For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked.
Sure.
I look forward to your next month's salary assessment.
But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be.
Shall I prepare the 21 Gum salute now or later? Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup?
Of course, sir. I think I would have known the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand.
Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents?
That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, the Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir.
Agent Lang definitely has an agenda. So the question is, what is he after?
Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir.
Yes, what is it?
Who is that girl over there, I mean? I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. What?
Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant, Kay.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me, it's been like that since forever. Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in. Oh, come on, it'll be fun, like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet. No way! I won't. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl.
Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through Agent Lang's orders. I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. Can we talk about the shoe prints? I highly doubt I find a clue here. This barrel seems heavy. You there, do you know what's inside of this thing? It's emergency water for putting out fires. I'll see. Well, certainly are prepared.
Man, I can't calmly do a stealing at all with all the detectives around.
I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of a law enforcement in the vicinity.
It's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing.
Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk about with her a bit more.
So what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping?
Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate the case for now, this makes things a bit more complicated.
Oh, come on, you can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go.
But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation.
You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any great old thief. I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing.
What is this one and only one thing you're after?
The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing. And that is the truth.
I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know how much this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find publicly disclosed evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the Chosen Corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out in the mass media, along with the card with the mark of the three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. This child will be the successor to the original Yatagarasu. But that can't be, can it? Lance, where are you, son? Mr. Amano? Oh, Miles, my boy, I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after your return. For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might have not been introduced to the law office, and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. No. Think nothing of it. As you know, Montfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you only need to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time.
So who's the old man?
He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano. Hold on there. Then what happened to all that money? I believe the 1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run. What?
Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Forgiving, Mr. Amano. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. I came to my house. The deceiver came to the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy. I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. You definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? Oh, will telling you about Lance help to get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationship and behavior. Very well then, Lance is one of my only son, and he turned 21 this year. He's very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't take their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you notice of? Now that you mention, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Diacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is. Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Diacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave. What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Diacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep an eye. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Let's begin our investigation. Even if the Interpol agent holds the authority to head the investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by, twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edward, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to sit back side through thick and thin. Mr. Amano, it was my fault the culprits escaped. Which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen your so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy.
Alright, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating.
If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. Wild West area.
So what should we examine first?
Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. Because we're here until we face it, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking. Hey, you there.
Who, me?
What are you goofing off in a place like this?
I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation.
You imbecile! All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command.
No way! I am not working for that wolf boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something?
I'm not exactly in position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go.
No!
Boy, I have just got a job for someone of your talents.
Well, that was exciting.
Okay.
What? Can't you tell I'm ready to get down to some detective work?
You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you.
Oh, come on, I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me?
I don't recall offering you the position.
Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's way too late, you know. Like I said, I raised on the position of your assistant a while back.
Ha! You're the only one asserting that.
Well, by the time anyone knows, it's already gone. That's the other way.
You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about.
Fine, whatever you win, go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talent assistant, Kay, is going to tag along no matter what.
Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Footsteps.
Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over there.
I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held there.
That's why the ground has pretty much dried up.
I should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples.
You know what? I bet if we follow them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes.
I don't think it'll be that easy.
Why not?
Look carefully, there are quite a few sets here. And we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers.
Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing.
I see horse prints, no?
Hey, it's the Blue Badger! Badger, get!
I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted wriggling dance again.
Aha! Ah, you've uncovered my undercover identity, sir. I was remain under the head, sir.
Aren't you Officer Meekins?
Sir! Mike Meekins, report to duty, sir.
This man was a witness of one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches.
Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth?
I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time?
Sir, because I am not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids that never waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become a big athletic gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorching, boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder cracked that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed over to join them, but when I got there, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto everyone.
It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in the ridiculous outfit?
Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir.
I see, Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics.
To be handed the role of the Blue Badger of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor.
How long have you been standing here, officer?
Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir.
That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious.
And I've been here ever since, sir.
If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping.
However, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir.
I haven't asked you anything yet, officer.
No, but I know you will, sir.
He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements.
Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it too. I patrolled the park all while wearing the costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir, a lone Blue Badger.
What you said now is a contradiction to the facts.
How so, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is what evidence testimony contradicts.
Take that!
Your testimony contradicts this piece of evidence.
I'm just a little patrolman, so I don't understand.
Oh my god. I thought it was just the head of it. Hurry up. Take a picture. There's one of each.
Take that!
Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement.
Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This is little patrolman will wait as long as I'm commanded to wait.
You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should have seen another blue badger wandering the premises.
Sir! Then that would mean there are 2 blue badgers walking around, but why?
Okay. What do we got? See what happens. A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is... What? The kidnapper? Yes. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are...
A blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger.
Yes, those 3.
So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh?
Alrighty then. Whiskey. Here we went through here. Yes, although the horses are in another location at the moment.
Aw, and here I was hoping I would get to ride one.
You know how to ride a horse?
Nope, never rode one in my life.
Barrel, cactus. So we're just looking at every nook and cranny of this, or what? There. Can't talk to him. Why the cactus? It says tire tracks orbiting the garage.
So that means a car left in the garage at some time, right?
Correct, but for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. So we're assuming... Now that we know the kidnappers were wearing the badger costume, those reports from earlier take a new and very significant meaning.
Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right?
Yes, more than a shoe print, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers.
Okay, Mr. Edward, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting.
Okay, but what now? So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. They go through possible candidates.
It said it's walking up to the west. It just stops. I can't make heads or tails or where it's headed from here.
I think we get some head towards the stadium.
I wonder where the others said leads. East. Quick, Mr. Edward, I got him! I got one of the culprits! Ah, no! I'm not a kidnapper, sir!
Down, K. I believe those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals were wearing costumes.
Maybe they came over to this garage for something.
That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage.
Sir! Roger Wilco, sir!
What the heck? Let's open this shutter and see what we find. What in the... You seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Romano, are you saying this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I better investigate his crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints led right to this garage. And right to the dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now the murder victim? And from my cursory examination, I believe this man died on the fatal bullet.
You sure are calm for someone who just found a body.
It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I inspect every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. This is an unusual shaped pendant.
What is it? Something valuable?
She seems to have regained some of her composure.
It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it. Hold on, this is made of platinum silver. Nice! It is something worth something after all. Oh, and look, there's something written on the back. Colin Devore. It's a name.
Colin Devore. But this man's name is... As long as the Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a re-autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what we can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one of his abdomen and his shoulder.
That means he was shot twice?
I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one on his shoulder is the exit wound.
Nice, I knew you could figure something out.
It comes with experience. I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder. Where the bullet went clean through. Should make a note of this oddity. Anything else to look? He was pointing his body. Nope. Do we lose the vehicle or what? Is this some... Oh, what the fuck? His shoes? What do we have? The heck? We have nothing to deduce. What a peculiar car.
Yeah, from the look of it, it looks like a blue Badger mobile. And it has 3 tires, so maybe it has left those tire tracks behind.
That's simply not possible.
Huh? Why?
Take a look at the tires. There's no mud stuck to them. Therefore, it must have been since here before it started to rain.
Oh, gotcha. Good eye.
It's a shame I don't see any other clues around. It's a shame, really, because I have no idea where else to look. What am I deducing is the question. Because he's on the Pink Badger one. I got nothing. Which one's why? Okay, I think I need to speed him forward. Oh. Indicates loss of blood resulting in gunshot wound and poor lower right abdomen. Despite the fact that the final bullet went clean through the body, there is very little blood at the side where the body was found. Is there anything that relates to this case? We don't. I seriously got nothing right here. I seriously got nothing. What am I supposed to do? There's something I know about the name of the pendant. The victim is a Mono family butler, and his name is Oliver Diacon. The name of the pendant is Colin Devore.
I wonder what's up with that.
I don't know, but I think we hit upon an important piece of information. Let's go. We were that close, and I was like, I had an idea, but I was like, is it? Excuse me, but you are?
Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of phrase inner monologue, huh?
Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but you might be a friend of Lance.
Yes, I'm Len's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops.
Lauren Pops, huh? His girlfriend.
Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and we're not lovers or anything. Well, we haven't even got that far yet.
But
I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got a ring as a present from Lance. Huh, you know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character.
may I inquire as to why you're here?
I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnappings and I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped?
No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true.
Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden love routine. So, Mr. Edward, where do we go from here?
Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. My man brought me to Spade over to the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us.
What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir.
Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? Ha! I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning. But that sort of impactful fluff is not needed out in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But it's also precisely on how necessary arrests innocent people make. Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as innocent person. We all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing going unchecked before my eyes. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the laws in this land, I cannot allow you to take in this man. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of the law enforcement? Hold it. You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Langshi says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like this one being carted off. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on the gun. Not unless you're a member of the law enforcement like Officer Mickens, is that right? That is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's this philosophy of detainment? Ha! You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have the saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, lang means wolf. You don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Langji. You think I have heard of him and his teachings if he's that famous? Langshi developed as I locked criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhangfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophy. But thousands of years ago, that makes your story as unbelievable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to the test? I've seen a lot of bodies like this one being carted off my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much, right?
Hold it!
Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion.
Not so fast!
Heh, don't pat yourself on the back yet. What's that supposed to mean? Langshi says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer? You're the current house, it's not exactly
Hold it!
I would appear you study a little of our laws. Study? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's that. Sheena! The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it, the Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get guns these days. Interesting. That woman's one in charge of the keeping track of the information.
Hold it!
If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to do that. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Minkins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power sheer numbers. Well, you have yet to check Officer Minkins' weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey, you, show me your gun. Oh. What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun. What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir. I lost my gun, sir. How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we got. You're the one who waited here outside the garage to ambush. Do you think that Officer Minkins waited here to kill the victim? Do you, Lang? I think this is a little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny.
Hold it!
You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here in the garage? From the fact that the suspect was found almost next to where the body was found, I said it's pretty obvious that this is the crime scene. Langshi says a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
Hey, finally a quote even I've heard of before.
Furthermore, Langshi says... Successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene. Looks like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over the millenniums. So this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of detainment can lead you to.
I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins?
It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins.
What?
However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws. Shilong Lang, just what sort of investigator are you? Is that last statement?
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, this is simply not possible.
What do you mean?
You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? So did you notice that there was a little too blood? Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene. And if it was, you're a man who led you to think of it was. Then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey, your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me such lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk.
But sir, I really did take a walk, sir.
You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligation so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something?
Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir. Say me the way you did earlier, please, sir.
Officer Meekins, please give me a detailed account of what happened.
Sir, not you too. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I was also one looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams on Blue Badger Mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
What is this Blue Badger Mobile?
It's a moving store on this wheel that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badger Mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down when I was wearing a good dream merchant.
He seemed rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self.
He sure seems aware of what he's saying.
Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer?
Sir! Roger, sir.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate.
Hold it!
Describe for me how you conducted your investigation.
Well, first, I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what did you expect when you were dressed like a blue badger? I thought I had no choice at the point, sir. No.
Hold it!
You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers?
No, sir, of course not, sir. I could never do something like that, sir. You're absolutely right. Wow, you're good at this, forcing people to confess things, Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook,
Hold
sir.
it!
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Next is the map. What contradicts here? are we looking at the freaking thing?
Hold it!
Well, what exactly are we looking at? I was told to check every square inch of the main gate. But how did he get the mobile?
Hold it!
Alright then, where were you assigned to? You must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain.
Okay, then why are you here in the Wild Wild West?
Hold it!
But why are we here?
Hold it!
How did you wind up all the way over here?
I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. Well, one of these kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks, and before I knew it, ha! Good old drop kick. I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connected with your opponent.
In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation.
Sir! That's right, sir.
That's not something you should be admitting to. Why your head held high, officer? However, there is one flaw in the officer we can start. I have the feeling that he'll need some prodding. What do we got? Take a picture. I would say this will be the case.
Hold it!
Wait, why did I press that?
Hold it!
Let me see if I can do this. If not, then I'll look it up because I have no what I'm looking for.
Objection!
Nope. What am I looking for?
Objection!
Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies.
Sir, I'm lying, sir!
Yes, you are. If you're really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger Mobile until recently, then what is this doing here inside the garage?
Actually, I just have lost track, sir.
Lost track of what?
By the time I realized the Blue Badger was nowhere to be found, sir.
Which means it was perhaps stolen?
And that's when I came back to this area thinking maybe it was the garage, sir. But then when you found me, Mr. Edwards, sir.
Not so fast!
A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story?
The car getting stolen, that's completely unbelievable. Even a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used alright. To move the dead body. What? You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badger Mobile to transfer it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me. But it wasn't me, sir. The killer, sir. It wasn't me, sir.
Agent Lang, wait.
Huh? What do you want now?
We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts in this case, let alone the truth.
I told you, truth schmook. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook.
You'll find out our precious truth after we arrest this guy. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have time to waste. You're a bullish buffoon. I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy. You guys are getting in the way. You would interfere in another one of my investigations. Now let's not forget who has the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interpreting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Now, be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight if you don't. I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. To be continued. Like and subscribe. Shark6TV and I'm signing out.